What does come to your mind when you hear CNMG 120408? Do you know that every letter has got a meaning? In this video, you will learn various type of ISO inserts and its nomenclature. My name is Rajeev Sreedharan and I wish you a happy learning. We'll start with the cutting tool materials. If we draw a graph with toughness on x-axis and hardness on y-axis, then the cutting tool materials will be placed like this. First come HSS and HSS Cobalt, then comes Carbide, then comes coated Carbide, then comes Cermet, then Ceramic, then CBN. CBN is nothing but cubic boron nitride, PCD and CVD. These are diamond tools. Then, now in this video mainly we are going to talk about carbide inserts. How the carbide insert is manufactured using powder metallurgy. So there is a die and punch, tungsten carbide and cobalt binder. It is mixed and poured into the cavity and it is pressed with a force of 20 to 50 tons. And then the insert is formed. The shape of the insert is formed and that will not have any hardness. That insert will not have any hardness. This will be inspected and then it will be put in insert trays and then it will be put in baking oven and then finally you will get the insert what you use finally. There will be a shrinking rate of 50%. So if you see here, this is the uncindered insert and this is the cindered insert. So this is the raw pressed insert and this is the baked insert and this is the coated insert. Developments in coating. So if you see the effect on end user productivity based on different coating, it will be like this. In the year, different year, how the developments have been taken place in coating. So the indexable insert has come into existence in 1957. Then first coated insert, then thick non-ferrous oxide coating, then functional gradients, new generation coatings. You can see there are multiple layers of coating. So with this, the productivity has got increased drastically. Now let's see the insert nomenclature. If you take an example of CNMG, the full specification of CNMG will be CNMG 120408. So we'll see each letter or each number, what does it indicate? The first one C, that is for insert shape. So C stands for 80-degree shape. And the other shapes you can see D for 55 degree, K for 55 degree, R for round, S for 90 degree, T for 60 degree, V for 35 degree, W for 80 degree. Now next one is insert clearance angle. So N stands for 0 degree. So you may wonder without having a clearance how the insert can cut. So actually the insert cutting clearance will come when you place the insert on the holder. So the insert cavity on the holder is placed in such a way that once you place the insert on the holder, then it gives that clearance, required clearance angle. So that is how the angle is coming. That's how we can use a 0-degree insert. Next one is M. What does it stands for? It is the tolerance for the insert manufacturing. So M stands for plus minus 0.13 tolerance. So again it varies depending on the size. So if the insert size is big, the tolerance will be more. If the insert size is small, the tolerance will be less. And G stands for the insert type. So whether it is a plain insert, with hole, without hole, with chip breaker, without chip breaker, all this information, according to this information, the insert types are defined. So G stands for an insert with a hole and chip breaker on both sides. Now what is 12 stands for? That is for the insert size. So you can see the insert, different shape of the insert. For C-type insert, this is the cutting edge length. For D it is this, round it is this, S it is this. So this is mentioned like that. So now in this case it is cutting edge length of the insert 12 mm. Now what does 04 stands for? It is the insert thickness. So 01 means 1.59 thickness, T1 mean 1.98, 02 mean 2.38. So 04 mean 4.76. That is the insert thickness. Now something which is really important. 08 stands for the nose radius and 08 mean 0.8 mm. So this insert is 0.8 mm nose radius. Now we'll see a turning holder. So you can see the holder, then shim, insert, clamp, everything is there. So this is the holder, turning insert, shim support, clamping screw. This is a main cutting edge. Additional cutting edge, this one. Clearance phase, this is the clearance phase. Additional clearance angle on this. Rake phase, nose radius. Then let's see a milling holder. This is the shim. Then come the clamping screw for shim. Then comes the indexable insert. And then clamping screw for insert. Here you can see in turning you are seeing it is single insert, whereas in milling it is now in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 insert. So depending upon the size of the cutter and use, the number can be different. It can start from 2 to 20, 40. So depending on the size, any number of insert you can have. Now let's see the turning holder nomenclature. So this is how a turning holder is called, PCLNL 2525M12. So we'll see how we can relate it to the insert. So the shape of the insert and the second letter of the holder. So there is a relation. So CNMG related to PCLNL. So the C shape, and then the insert clearance angle. So that is fourth letter of the holder, and then insert size. It is the last point in the holder. So if you see insert clamping method, it's a lever clamping. Then if it is a screw clamping, it will be S. If it is a top clamp, it will be M. So most widely used holders are P. And then different new type of holders are there with D and all. So this we already discussed, it's the shape of the insert. Then this is the holder style. So this style is L. This is the clearance angle on the insert. Then this is the hand of the holder. So whether it is left hand or right hand or neutral. So based on that, this will become L, R and N. And this is the shank size. This is a 25 by 25 shank. It can be 20-20, 16-16 based on the requirement. And this is the holder length. We'll see the type of inserts, ISO inserts. So here you can see it is arranged from round to 35 degree. So if you see here, left portion, it is the stronger insert, and the right portion, it is more accessible, whereas the strength becomes less. So always the choice has to be from this side. So round will have the highest strength, but it is having limitations. If you want to make a shoulder with 90 degree, you cannot use this. Similarly, S also will have some limitation. So this is the most versatile shape. So it will have sufficient clearance to do most of the turning applications. And W is also similar to C, and it is having more economical because you have more number of corners. In C, when you have 4, here you have 6 corners available for cutting standard. In C also you have the other 2 corners, other 4 corners for different purpose with different holders. T you have 6, but compared to W, this is a weaker structure. So where you can use W, you have to use W. And here you have more accessibility and the cutting load will be less. So where you are having undercut and all, the preference goes from T to D to V. So this is a weaker insert, so 35 degree. But if you have an undercut where 35 degrees demanding, then you have to use that. So we can see each insert, we can see the video.